Peace, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, beautiful deep divers, we are here. I hope your day is going good. I hope you're not feeling so down about life and yourself. Oh, I see you smiling now. Wait a minute. You're crying. Uh-oh. 10 signs you're depressed and don't even know it. Let's just, whoa. Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Are you depressed? Do you sometimes feel like terrible inside? And sometimes it's like you've gone so far, you even forget you're feeling this way because you trick yourself into feeling that you're actually fine. Fearful, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. I've got a great question that came in. Deep divers, if you've got a question, don't email me. I get thousands there. Add me on Instagram right now at Infinite Waters. Someone else, yes. Ralph, how can I really know if I'm depressed or not? Because some days I feel terrible. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. First and foremost, everybody on planet Earth has been depressed. Because if you say depressed phonetically, it comes out as deep rest. Yikes. Slow motion this side. In other words, all depression is, very simply, is a state of deep rest. And that is perfectly fine. It is okay to be depressed. I've been depressed. So has the cat down the road. All it means is that you were taking a break. Okay, but sometimes we are actually depressed without even knowing we are. And we have to know sometimes we are so we can get the adequate help to get back into equilibrium, right? Well, I just went in my throat. To get back into equilibrium. So depression is like a passing cloud. It's not going to stay there forever over your head. But the first sign, uncomfortable sign, you are depressed and don't even know it, is what I call the deadly routine. Okay, now science will tell you depression has nothing to do with our emotions. It has everything to do with a chemical imbalance in the brain, and that's correct to a certain point. Studies have shown that a lot of depressed people have a smaller hippocampus, and people with a bigger hippocampus don't have depression, okay? And I'm talking about the psychology because I counsel people every single day. And people who come to me with depression, I always look at their routine. If you've got a deadly routine, that is giving you more depression. If your routine, your everyday, your 9 to 5 is not serving you, you will be depressed. You see, it's okay to be depressed for like 5 seconds a day. Okay, a day, 2 days, but you're not here on planet Earth to be depressed for your entire life, right? And many of us, we are stuck into a grueling routine that doesn't serve us. And sometimes we actually trick ourselves to say, actually, I'm fine. Fearful, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So I knew I wasn't fine, deep divers. I used to work in a job which made me really depressed. And I had to always smile like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. No, I wasn't. I was depressed and I didn't even know it until I got really real and said, actually, I need a change of routine. You see, there is no change in your life without a change in routine. Slow motion this side. What's the second uncomfortable sign you are depressed and don't know it? Now, if you've had a recent breakdown, meltdown, you're depressed. And that's okay. I've had a breakdown, but a breakdown only means you're going to have a breakthrough. What? Slow motion this side. Okay, many of us, we are ashamed they have a breakdown. And that's why a lot of us are depressed and don't know it. Breaking down what we call the dark night of the soul. You see, depression is something perfectly healthy and natural. In fact, depression helps us become our greatest version because it shows us unresolved issues within ourselves. And when I had my breakdown after university, I was so stressed, tired of the matrix. And what happened? I was hospitalized. It wasn't a good look for me, but I had to go through that dark night of the soul. You see, I've learned this, deep divers. It is in our darkest moments we become illuminated. If it wasn't for the darkness, you would not be able to see the stars. They are so beautiful. Right? So if you're having a breakdown, realize it's okay. It just means you are in the process of metamorphosis. You're going through the transition. You need to be depressed right now because you need to say stop. You need to press pause and say, actually, what can I change in my life so I can live a life that's actually serving me? Okay? What's the third sign you're depressed and don't even know it? Suppression is depression. Suppression is depression. Suppression is depression. So basically, growing up, I would suppress my emotions, and a lot of us do this. Do you want to go out? Yes. But it's actually a no to yourself. Because you don't want to go out, but you're telling them yes because you want to please other people, and that's why you're depressed and don't even know it. So I've learned you have to really be authentic, and that's what's helped me heal myself, and that's what will help you heal yourself when you stop suppressing your emotions, which is the energy in motion, and your feelings. You got to express yourself, and that's what I started to do. Can I get a hello? That's better. Also, the I must be positive at all times syndrome, right? Now, I'm a Pisces. I'm naturally very positive, but sometimes I have days when I'm just like a true Piscean, very quiet, very mute. Because a lot of people meet me. They're like, Ralph, I thought you would be more talkative. I'm like, no, I'm Pisces. Pisces, like, we're very, very reserved, but we really know how to express ourselves, right? So it's okay to have these emotions of anger, frustration. It's okay to feel any emotion you want. You don't always have to be positive. And also, you don't always have to be sad, because I see a lot of artists, and sometimes, like, having a screw face like this, I'm really depressed right now. I need to sell more records, right? People gravitate towards, like, miserable faces because that's how sick we are as a society. It's okay to be positive. It's okay to shine your light. I'm here to tell you, you are amazing, right? So that's what's helped me along my journey to realize it's actually okay to express however you feel. If you are truly joyous, be joyous. It's okay. If you feel sad, be sad. If you feel angry, be angry. And then you will see that your depression will start to fade away, because our depression really emanates from trying to fit into society's expectations, trying to be a certain way emotionally 24/7. I must be happy at all times. Well, if you bring that cat down the road to me, I probably will. What's the fourth sign? You're depressed and don't even know it. Tired, okay? Dehydrated, insomnia. I'm going to do a whole video on insomnia because that's a huge sign you are depressed and don't even know it. Because I've realized that, you see, when you are actually sleeping, and we need to sleep because that actually helps our brain repair. Okay, it helps us produce more serotonin. It creates neurogenesis, which will help increase the size of our hippocampus. Okay, also exercise does that. Okay, get exercising to increase the size of your hippocampus, which is essential for memory, spatial awareness. Now, I've realized this, that if I don't get enough sleep, I'm going to be depressed. I don't know about you, but I need 8 hours minimum. Now, sometimes I do sleep with one eye open and see the cat down the road walking in the room. I've realized this deep dive is that get your rest, okay? I used to stay up all night because I would produce music and go to bed like, what? It's in the morning right now, right? So, and I would wake up feeling very not good, depressed, right? Deep rest, okay? But sometimes you actually want to get up, okay? And that's what's helped me along my journey. Like exercise, once again, is increasing the size of your hippocampus. It will make you feel less tired. And that's how to combat your depression. You don't have to take antidepressants to heal your depression because that only treats the symptoms, not the underlying cause. What? Slow motion this side. You see, beautiful deep divers, what's helped me along my journey is to not overwork myself. Some days, like I wake up really thirsty. Pass me some water. I'm depressed. You see, we are over 75% water. And the more I drink water, alkaline water, pH 10, I don't feel depressed anymore. I feel energized, baby. So if you are dehydrated and tired, you're probably depressed and don't even know it. The bed is that way. What's the fifth sign? Baby, you are depressed and don't even know it, okay? Studies from Oxford University, Stanford, Harvard, all the top universities, and the cat down the road's university, they tell you that omega-3 helps depression, okay? 7-day vegan challenge. One of the best sources of omega-3, blasting salmon out of the way. Sorry, salmon. Go back into the ocean. Go back into the ocean. Chia seeds, okay? Chia seeds has like 8 times more omega-3 fatty acids than salmon does, okay? Chia seeds also a complete source of protein. So if you are someone who has a lot of depression, chia seed porridge, I'm giving you a tip. That is fantastic. See, many times we are depressed. We are depressed and don't even know it because we are eating an insalubrious diet. We're living a lifestyle really not serving us. We're consuming foods that actually hurt us rather than help us. The Finland study, check that out. People who are eating more junk foods are more prone to have depression. People who are eating a more plant-based diet are less likely to have depression. So what's helped me along my journey, plain and simple, is to eat as much healthy plant-based foods as possible. Sorry, I had to eat your food right now. Okay, pumpkins, butternut squash, quinoa, kale, arugula, watercress, watermelon, lemons, limes. Get the body alkaline. Start feeling good about yourself on the inside. Chocolate, fantastic. Contains a lot of tryptophan, that protein which produces serotonin. Okay? And serotonin, that beautiful feel-good neurotransmitter, which will help you out of your depression. Now, what's the sixth sign you're depressed and don't even know it? Living for others. Now, I see it time and time again. Like, I see a lot of people who have everything, but I'm like counseling them. They're like, Ralph, I love your videos. I'm like, yeah, I love yours. You're amazing. They're like, Ralph. I said, what? They're like, I'm really depressed right now. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. It appears I have the perfect life on social media, but I'm really depressed. I could do with some of your help, Ralph. I'm like, okay. Now I bring the cat down the road to me and I'm like, the cat down the road told me to tell you, stop living for the world without taking care of yourself first. What? Slow motion this side. You have to practice self-love, baby, and that will help bring you out of your depression. Many times we are depressed and don't even know it because we are always concerned about how we appear in the eyes of others instead of our own. Let's take a moment of silence. That's better. I love sharing videos. I'll make videos even if I only had the cat down the road as my audience. That's why I only do videos in one take, because I accept myself. I'm not living for you. I'm being myself and you like me. Do you? Oh, please like me. Okay, at least the cat down the road does. The cat down the road doesn't even like me. I like me. That's the only thing that matters, because your perception of yourself is greater than the perception other people have of you. If you can love yourself today, your depression will go away. If you can accept yourself today, your depression will fade away. If you stop living for other people, I need to spend an hour trying to figure out what Instagram picture to post so everybody can like it. But do you like it? What happened to the first one? Well, Ralph, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't. You're stumbling. It wasn't good enough. Why not? Well, basically, Ralph, it wasn't. Say the word. The cat down the road's watching you. It wasn't perfect. That's why you're depressed. Perfectionism is a curse. That's what my psychology professor told me way back in university. I didn't understand, and overstand what the hell he was talking about. Now I get it. That's why I'm not a perfectionist. That's why I only do videos in one take. Life's not that serious. Slow motion this side. And that's how depression fades away. When you aren't such a perfectionist, when you can really accept yourself, stop caring about what everybody thinks of you. For once, start embracing yourself to say, actually, I am good enough. And then depression will fade away that way, right? But once again, it's okay to have depression, but don't stay there. Don't live there, okay? What's the seventh sign? Baby. The seventh sign, you are depressed and don't know it. You have turned off your inner intuitive voice, okay? That's why a lot of people are depressed, okay? Inside of you, you've got a voice you really need to listen to right now. Yes, something like that. You got a voice inside of you. It's what I call your best friend. And the moment you ignore that voice, which is your best friend, the inner voice, is the moment you will be depressed. And I used to turn off my inner voice, my inner intuitive voice, which really knows best for you. I'm like, I'll be quiet. I'll listen to them instead. And then I was depressed and I didn't even know it. Now, once I turn this intuitive inner voice on, okay, which is your inner guidance system, your intuition, I'm like, actually, I feel so much better about myself. I'm learning how to trust myself right now. That tiny voice always has your best interest at hand. That's why it's telling you to eat that vegan ice cream right now. Right? So I've realized you've got to start listening to that inner intuitive voice. It knows more than you can imagine. Okay? Don't switch it off. Turn it back on. What is baby? The eighth uncomfortable sign you are depressed and don't even know it. So I'm checking out like Keanu Reeves interviews yesterday, and I'm like, gosh, because I was like seeing his life story, it's been quite hard for him. And I'm like, he's such an amazing actor. I saw him in The Matrix, and something he said is that you don't struggle with depression. You struggle with the reality we live in. What? Neo? Slow motion this side. You don't struggle with depression. You struggle with the reality we live in, which is the Matrix. I was depressed when I was stuck in the Matrix, stuck in a 9-to-5 that wasn't serving me, being in a shabby relationship. The moment I became a butterfly, like that one, was the moment depression no longer had me in a chokehold. I was no longer depression's slave, okay? So you have to realize that many of us, we just think we're depressed because we've heard this term around, but we're not actually depressed. We're not struggling with that. We're struggling to fit in and navigate around this matrix. And I've got news for you. What helped me heal was to realize I don't have to fit into this shabby system. I'm here to create a whole new world. And that's what I'm doing. What is the ninth sign? You are depressed and don't even know it. You've never met the sun. Now, you got to charge up that melanin, baby, right? We are carbon-based beings. Vitamin D is essential. Studies will tell you that to heal your depression. Okay. So whenever I'm in the sun, I feel fantastic. Okay. Depression is no longer there. I'm in Africa a lot, South America, North America, Europe. I travel a lot, but I'm always in front of the sun. I'm always in front of the sun, okay? Sunbathing, getting a tan. Now, you are depressed and don't even know it if you've never ever met the sun. Ralph, I've never been on holiday because I can't afford it. I'm like, that's an excuse. Even the cat down the road went on a plane. You can do that. Even if you don't live in a hot country, go somewhere. I'll buy the ticket. Right? And I found as soon as I was embracing the sun was like kissing my face. I felt sun kissed. I felt amazing because it's not rocket science. If you're in front of the sun, if you're getting that natural sunlight, even just, you don't have to have maximum sunlight exposure, but just seeing, going for a walk, getting that little dose of vitamin D even is fantastic for really improving our well-being, thus taking us out of that state of depression. Now, what's the 10th uncomfortable sign you're depressed and don't know it? Deep divers, do you always label yourself depressed? Yes, I do, Ralph. I am depressed. You better not argue with me. My doctor told me. Okay. Whoa. I'm not going to argue with you. If you say you're depressed, ain't got nothing to do with me. Right? You said that. So I'm going to take your word for it. But just remind yourself this. The more you label yourself something is the more you actually become that thing. Slow motion this side. Okay, many people are depressed and don't even know it because you have accepted a false label that you are depressed. Maybe you've got a diagnosis that you are depressed. It's incurable. You can never cure depression. Who told you that? Right? Once again, depression only means deep rest. Everyone will be depressed at some point in their life, but it doesn't mean you have to live there. So the moment I started to remove these labels of depression, being depressed from my life, was the moment I woke up every single day with a bunch of grapes in my mouth and just said, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. It's a beautiful day out here. Have a wonderful day. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You say it with me. Deep rest. You're feeling very sleepy right now. That's better.